Boker Tov, good morning. Good morning, Sri. Okay, here we go. We're ready to Anaya Tug. For me, it's still evening. For you, it's early morning. And turn it on, the camera on Sri. And we miss you. We miss you we miss you every day. Okay, so today is Vav of, and Shmayahu has two dapim, two yurtites that he's going to publish. Rab Nassan Maz mi Frankfurt and Reb Yeshua Greenwald. I wonder if that's every year. I wonder if it's a relative to Shmuel, the Chesed Yoshua, and I added Shlomo Zalman ben Mordechai Breuer. So we'll find out all three yard sites today on Vav of. And by the way, I enjoyed your Winkel on Veschanan, and actually there was one word in the beginning that I was surprised that you did not put in the glossary. And there was a word which was not so simple.
Which word?
I don't have it in front of me, but okay. But you covered everything else. Okay.
I'll tell you what happens. What happens is that after I finish writing, I have different chat groups. So in one chat group, I call it improving my Yiddish. So I write my Torah there, and then that gives me a much more. It corrects, not only does it correct, but explains why I make, what mistakes I make, and why it needs to be something else. And then I take that and I copy it into the chat where I do the Vinkel. So sometimes it upgrades words, and that's already after I've chosen my word. So sometimes I see a word and I say that's a better word, and sometimes it skips over and I just leave it alone. So
Okay. Anyway, we're learning.
That explains it.
We're learning Yiddish, and we have to figure out the technical difficulty. Today it's Sav, but the truth of the matter is, I don't know if you're too excited by the ones that I have anyway. And when I have Moshe Rabusha, then that's a loss for you. But we're on Tzadik Vav, and here we go with our Tehillim for today. No, yeah. Aftikum Tava. Yes, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yim V'Shagel Oret, Yismechu Yam, Yiramayam, 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 Umala, Oh. Acheinu, Kol Beis Yisrael.
Acheinu,
Kol Beis Yisrael. Hanesonim, Tzara, Tzara, Omnim Ben Bay, Oh Ben Bayabasha. Ama. Mitzarale, Oila, Omeshi, Bagala, Karim, Nomar, Amen. Anon, okay, so,
Amen, right.
Amen. Shira Hashem, Zink zum Eberstein, Baruch Shemo, Gebench sein Nomen, Basru, Zokt on Abshara, Einer fahren anderen, Miyom Liyom, Jeder Tag, Yeshua so, sein Yeshua. So you have Lai, 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 la, 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 ya, la, ya, la, 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 ya, 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 la, 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 hey, ya, la, ama, bye, da, da, yama, la, 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 okay, we're getting into shot.
I have a question. When you do this playback and you hear, do you hear your voice and my voice together, or is there a delay?
No, we hear, actually, there is no delay as far as I know. No delay.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, it's amazing.
You know, one thing, technically, I'm going to speak to my boys. Instead of Ann holding up the phone and doing it this way primitively, I think on WhatsApp you can have a conference call, and we can have both of us, and it could be recorded. So that would be the ideal way, so we don't have to go back and forth.
That's the question. You can have a WhatsApp conference call with many people. Question is if you can record at the same time.
I think it can. Sure. It can be, but anyway.
Yeah, that was my question too, but he said yes. And I'm wondering if that will help the problem of you're not hearing the third device that has the music, the Tehillim on it.
Yeah, that's strange that you do not pick up the audio on the Tehillim. But anyway, let's get to the yard sites today. Or when you get to Gan Soccer, you can interrupt me and we could do our Winkel. Today is the.
Unless Svi has the words now and he wants to give them now, ask him.
No, I don't have. No, I didn't do it yet. I finished that Winkel very late at night.
Okay.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. By the way,
maybe a few words we can glean from that one that we didn't have in the glossary. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll look. Go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
If you could actually look at your text. In the beginning, I'll find the word that I found difficult. There was one in the beginning of your drasha on Veschanan. But anyway, today's the yard site of Yoshua Greenwald, Chesed Yoshua, ben Avram Yosef Greenwald, Nolad Bechust, Bishnat 1909, Beniftar Bebora Park, Biyom Vav Menachem Av, Shezeh Hayom, Be-1969. Nitzman, Behar Menuchas B'Yushalayim. Rabbi Yeshua Haya Nechdo Shel Moshe Greenwald, the Baal Arugas Abosem, whose yard site is tomorrow, Zion of. Begil Esrim Nisa et Bito Shel Rabbi Yecheskel Panet Av Bezdin וישב שם כמה שנים. עזר לגיסו רבי יעקב אלימלך פנית בניהול הישיבה, עד שירש את כיסא רבנות באונגבר. בחוסט was a מבצר חסידות בהונגריה. בבואו של רבי יהושע לחוסט נלוו אליו מספר תלמידים שלמדו אצלו באונגבר. בתוך זמן קצר גדלה ישיבתו ולמדו בה מעל 100 בחורים. שיעורו... What?
If I'm not mistaken, I think the Boston Rebbe, Rabbi Shalom, Levi Yitzchak Horowitz, I think his oldest son was
Pinchas.
was known as the Chusterov.
Absolutely. I think it was Pinchas, who I actually learnt with. He had two sons, Pinchas and Meir. And Pinchas, I think, was known as the Chusterov.
Right, he also has Naphtali. He's the Dayan. But yes, that's right. So you knew him?
Yes, I think I learned together with Pinchas and Meir in Torah V'das. We were in the same class. Along with Yossi Taub.
Wait, both brothers were in the same class?
Yes, along with Yossi Taub. You know, so I had Mudgets and I had Bostoner. I'll tell you, we had Torah V'das. We had a lot of Hasidic.
So he has solved the question. If he's the son of the Boston Rebbe, how did he become the Chusterov?
No, I think it somehow he was located for some reason in Chust. I don't know that, but you know, Shmaryahu, if you're listening to us.
Where is Chust?
Chust is in Hungary. Okay, so.
He didn't go to Hungary. I thought I didn't easy. Maybe he just married the daughter of the Chusterov. Became a Rebbe.
All I could tell you is that Shmaryahu has a whole description of that that Chust is a Mivtsar HaChasidut b'Hungaria. It was a stronghold of the Hasidic world in Hungary. B'vo shel Rabbi Yeshua lechus, so we said he brought a bunch of Talmidim. And Shiuruv hitztainu b'pashtutan b'hirutan kol boker limed shiur pashut u'biyom rishon b'boker shiur iyun in kol ha'mefarshim. Tamid hayu lo panim me'iros. Yada shelo hakaptim l'melamed u'kisharo shebocher mitbalbel b'shah b'china hirgiu v'odedo shelo yipol berucho. Ofio shel yeshiva ya chasidi. Tavlu kol yom b'mikveh v'itpalelu ba'avnei tim Gartlach. B'shnat 1944 hu ovar Rabbi Yeshua im kol kilato leghetto u'misham lemachane rikuz. Sham nahag l'mod kama anashim mishnayos ba'al peh. Achrei sheyotza b'chaim mikaf hakilyon haya chaver bezdin b'Budapest she'asak b'takonas agunos. Misham higer le'Amerika v'haya l'rav shel kahal Yereim the Chust b'Brooklyn. Hu chiber Chesed Yoshua al Masechta Sanhedrin and Chesed Yoshua Madura Tanina. That's what I have on the Rabbi Shua Greenwald, the Chesed Yoshua. Are you close to Gan Sakar?
Yes, yeah. Just turning on to the main draft.
Okay. We'll just begin the Frankfurter. Reb Nosson Maz, Ben Shlomo Maz, Nolad ב-1720 ונפטר ב-1964. בצעירותו למד רב נוסן אצל רב יעקב הכהן פופריש, דבעל שב יעקב, ואחר פטירתו היה לתלמיד מובהק של רב יעקב יהושע פלק, דפני יהושע. רב נוסן כיהן כדיין בבית דינו של רב אברהם אייבש מליסה מפרנקפורט במשך 40 שנה. חלקם בתפקיד רב בית דין. כמו כן שימש במשך 20 שנה כראש ישיבה. בזמנו של רב נוסן פרצה המחלוקת המפורסמת אודות כשרות הגט מקליבה. גדולי הרבנים כמו נודה ביהודה ומרכבס משנה ושאגס אריה הכשירו את הגט ומנגד עמדו רבני פרנקפורט בין הפוסלים. And it's all brought down in the Gilyon. Have you reached your destination?
Yeah, there's no there's no place to park, so I'm going to have to go up on the sidewalk here.
Okay, a madrecha. We call that sufficient. It's sufficient on the sidewalk.
No, it's called this.
That's right. We have our different hand signals.
Sign language. So let me just tell you the word that you were talking about probably is Förderung.
Yes, it's in the beginning.
Right. It says, das Loschen des Chanon meint nicht kein Förderung. Förderung is a demand. Moshe doesn't demand.
Did you include that as part of your glossary? Did you include that? No. No. Okay. So that really is a challenging word. Demand.
Yes.
Förderung. Okay.
It's a good word. It's. Did you know the other words? Did you know gnat?
No, I did not know gnat. I did not know that.
Did you know gober?
Gubber. No.
Gober is like a giver. It's a giver.
Giver.
Right. And then there was. Did you farlang? Do you know? That's an easy one actually.
Isn't it to miss somebody? To long for someone?
And it's saying to miss someone.
To miss them, to long for them.
Right. Fardinin was a good word.
Fardin is to make a business, to transact.
To earn something.
To earn.
Deserve something.
Fardinin.
Right. Fardinin. Those were the, and then,
it's a good collection of words.
Yeah. Yesterday I was really, there's something I didn't write here I just want to share. I think it's a really interesting thing, which is that the word chemda I wrote doesn't appear in the Torah. It appears in Yirmiyahu because Yirmiyahu calls Eretz Yisrael Eretz Chemda Nachlas Mayim, which is a very beautiful thing. Now, the word also appears in Tehillim, but not in a very nice context. Because David HaMelech says, when talking about the Meraglim, that Vayimasu be'eretz chemda, they were moyes be'eretz chemda. So David HaMelech calls Eretz Yisrael Eretz chemda. Nevertheless, the Bnei Yisrael were mo'es Vayimasu be'eretz chemda, which not a good thing. So I wasn't so happy about bringing that, especially during these times. So I don't want to mention anything not nice. Then, just actually, I have to be perfectly honest. I wonder if this applies. It says, maybe Geula Lo'ilam. If I say something in the name of AI, will that bring the Geula?
The question is, does AI mention where it came from? Can you imagine AI is 1,000 sources?
I'll tell you what happened. I wrote something. I told him to add something. And then he got very excited about what I said. And he said, wow. He says, that's like a different connection. And he made a connection from what I said, which the truth is, I really didn't think about when I said it. So I want to tell you how he responded, because I think it's a very interesting nekuda. In other words, the Bnei Yisrael said, David HaMelech says, Vayimasu be'eretz chemda. So they rejected. There was mius to them, Eretz Yisrael, which is a terrible thing. Yoshua, on the other hand, who brought in the Bnei Yisrael, it's the same, but maybe not. Maybe because the people that reached the Meraglim, they died out. Maybe they all died out. But I was thinking that it's interesting in any case that the Dor Deah that went through the Midbar, so they is Vayimasu be'eretz chemda, but Yoshua, who's likely to enter into Israel, he balances that out, and he's metaking eretz chemda.
Tikkun. Sounds very good.
It's almost like a balance, They were Vayimasu be'eretz chemda,
and he made up for it.
And he's metaking eretz chemda.
He was Moshiach. He was Moshiach.
Right.
Okay.
Now, another thing I Another thing I didn't say, which I asked my
Klonimus.
No, I asked my Rosh Chabura yesterday when I was thinking about when I saw this. So I asked him, about the fact that Yoshua was mitakein the second paragraph, yet he didn't. It doesn't say it in the Torah. The question that I brought in the Vinkel. So he said a very easy answer, which I didn't write, but it's certainly a valid answer, is that when we say that Moshe Rabbeinu was mitake in the first parsha and Yoshua was mitake in the second parsha, so does that necessarily mean that these are the words that they wrote? So probably not. In other words, probably that Moshe was mitake in
Birchas Hamazon.
The idea of Hazon Esakol, but Mr. the Anshek Netzes Hagdoila were mitaking the actual Lashon, or in Chazal. And Noida Lecha is to give thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving us Eretz Yisrael. That Yoshua was mitaking. Was Yeshua mitaking the actual words? So if he wasn't mitaking the actual words, and it was only later by the Anshek Netzes Hagdoila, so therefore you can understand why they would have added
Chemda.
Whereas Yoshua himself may have not necessarily.
He came up with the idea of the thanks, and the actual wording was the Anshe Knesset Agdola.
That could be. That's what he answered, which is a very.
And you know how I would say, you know how I would describe what you just say? Azoi Menach. No, Herzechain. As Zokt, as you don't know for sure, but you think so. I would say in Yiddish, Azoi Menach. Azoi Menach. This is what I think. Anyway.
That's what I asked.
Lefi Anias. Okay, we wish you a good day, and Yeshakayach. Have a wonderful Chaim Tovim. Chaim Tovim. Okay. Here we go. And it's always a pleasure to be with my Chavrusa, Reb Tzvi, in Eretz Yisrael. We'll see if we could WhatsApp ourselves, so make it a little less complicated. And we were talking about Rav Nassan Mazmi Frankfurt, Rav Nassan Chiber Tesforim Binyan Shlomo, Amasechta Sanhedrin, Lekoret Sifro B'Shem Binyan Shlomo, Ki Ikar Kamanato Hu Lasbir Divrei Rashi, Shlomo, Rav Shlomo Yitzchaki, Ulatari Zikol Kushus Atais V'Golo, V'Gam Lekayim Kibud Of, L'Halo Zichron Aviv Rav Shlomo, Shnei Banov, Rav Mordechai, Rav Meir, Hotziot Chidushov, Al Masechta Avodah Zarah Shelo Siyim, Avotziva Aleim B'Tzavoso She'af Al Pi Shelo Shlomo V'Chaserim Kamadabim Yad Pisam. Okay, so those are the two yard sites from the Gilyono, and I added Shlomo Zalman ben Mordechai Breuer, Nolad Be'elav Shmonos Chamishim and Niftar Be'elav Shamon Esrim V'Sheish, Nolad B'Hungaria, Lamad Eitzel Sabo, Nismach Mimenu, Kibel Smicha Mimenu, Avar L'Yeshivash Preshberg, Eitzel Haksav Sofer, V'achakach Eitzel Shevet Beno, a Shevet Sofer, Be'el Shmonet Shivim V'Sheish, Hayarav Be'Papa, Be'el Shmonim Rav Be'Frankfurt, Ve'Hekim Yeshiva, V'Haya Rosh Yeshiva Sham 36 Shana, Hu Chiber Ktavim. Ad kan Yotzaitim Shel Hayom, Mamshichim, Be'Perek Vav, V'Mesaimim, Perek Vav, Be'Kontras Tefaert Adam, V'Maschilim Perek Zayin. Ben Kfar, Lovesh Bigdei Kovod, V'Hadar, U'B'Va'o of the ear, Bein Anashim Nichbadim Hayalovesh, V'Vushei Sachvot, rags, Halo B'Vadai Yikra Shoita, Gomer. People will consider him a Shoita. Avur Zeh, Ki Eitzel B'nei Kfar Shalo, Dailo Im Hayalovesh Kamo Shahu, U'Banashim Nichbadim Alav Lilbosh Melboshim Hagunim, Kachu B'Inyanenu. So you can take the mushal and compare it to us. Kol ha'olam hazeh ein nechshav afilu kfar katan. We are not even considered a small village in this world, compared neged olam haba, compared to the world to come. Shehi nikras ir giborim, which is considered the city of the mighty. Kamod Isa b'medrash, and it's brought down on the pasuk in Mishlei, Perak Chaf Aleph, Pasuk Chaf Beis. Ir Giborim, Ola, Chacham Ir Giborim Shamalach Yashor Shehem Giborim Be'etzem, Ola Chacham Zeh, and which Chacham arose? Moshe. Asher Melachel, V'chein Neshamos, HaKadoshos, Hashchonos Sham Gedolim, Kedushasam Rabba V'Noram Od. V'chen Hashama Ola Shama Bein Nechbadim Ramim Ke'ela, when the Neshama rises amongst these great Neshamos, B'vadai Tzricha L'Ischashek B'Mabushe Hod. If you're going to be in the presence of such Neshamos, you would want to adorn yourself with proper clothing. Hanasim Ha'idei Kiyama Mitzvot. How do you get proper clothing in the world to come? By adorning yourself with mitzvahs. K'di'isa b'Zohar Kodesh, as it says in the Zohar. V'zeh masha anu mevakshim b'chol yom shenizke l'chalukei d'Rabbanan. We daven for a heavenly tunic. V'ata oseh akol behefech. But you, the person in this world, instead of looking for mitzvahs, you do averos. Shata doeg avur kshute gufcha. All you want to do is make yourself look good for your gufa hakala, your transitory body. Hashochim olam hazeh only has an existence in this world. L'shah hakala, just for a momentary pleasure. Bein b'nei tmusas, amongst humans who are mortal. But when it compared yourself to your neshama, which is permanent, forever, asher mishchen lamala, which belongs upstairs, ben asile ores, eina tadoe klal. When in this world, what do? You worry about shaving yourself with a razor, making yourself look good, but you don't worry about the fact that you're going to go into the world to come, and you're going to have to be dressed properly with mitzvos. V'zeh meromas b'divrei Chazal, and this what we also learn in Pirkei Avos. Perak Dalid, Pasuk Mishnah Tez Zayin. Olam hazeh doma leprosdor v'fnei olam haba. This world is like a corridor for the world to come. Haskein atzmacha b'prosdor. Prepare yourself, kishay tikonos l'traklin, so that you can go into the proper kavana shetosim b'chol libcha ba'od amtecha b'prosdor latakim l'kasher atzmacha b'vorim atzrichim l'chol nikonis atzmacha l'traklin, so that you can enter the banquet hall properly with mitzvos. And that is the סיום of Perak Vav. Now we go to Perak Zayin. Bo Yavur. Chazak. Okay. Bo Yavur Sibat Hanichsholim Al Yidei Lag Mizlotzim Ba'am. And here's the Chavetz Chaim explains why people succumb to the mockery when people make fun of a person who does mitzvos. So how to deal with it? V'nei yesh anashim shesibosam hu shechoshesh sheyilagu olav chaverov shenasu lehem avon hazeh beheter kama p'tiyos. People are concerned that they should shave because they would make fun of him if he didn't. Yesh bo adam hazeh shemitpater la'avra kama le'evin shebetorah b'chol eis v'mnei dorah nikla kazeh. So therefore they end up, for each time that you shave with a razor, you are over 5 lavim. So automatically you accumulate all these transgressions. And take, ponder. If you saw a fire in a house of one of the people who you knew at night, v'yidfok al pischo maher koma v'tzei achutza kuma v'tzei achutza, and you would knock on his door and yell, "Get up, get out!" Ki achuz ha'esh b'kirot habayit, because the fire has taken hold of the walls of the house. Va'od ma'at v'tiyah sreifus ha'esh, and very soon the entire house would be consumed with fire. Kama yigdol be'enav sichlos ha'ish im yireo ki mis'atzelhu Umasha atzmo l'taki ma'bushov v'richos rosho b'darko. How ridiculous it would be if a person would be concerned at that moment to put on proper clothing and look in the mirror and see if he's properly dressed when he's going to try to alarm his friend. He's afraid that they'll make fun of him. That would be so foolish. But because of this such mockery, you would allow someone to be consumed by fire. If we ponder, we who worry about the way we look in this world are like that person who's facing a fire, and he, instead of doing what he has to do, the mitzvos, immediately he worries about doing averos. Ki yoda adam kishaover al mitzvos Hashem b'mezid b'vadai tochal. Person should know that if he does an avera, he is going to be consumed by fire, the fires of Gehenna. And anyway, that's it for today. I hate to say we end with that, but obviously the tikkun is to do mitzvos and to have a wonderful day. Chaim Tovim!